children who start in pre-K, these children are actually behind the children who start later on. In the US, it feels like we're in a rat race, where the earlier you put your kid into preschool, the sooner they get started with writing. But if we actually look at the research, it shows it's the opposite.
There's an assumption that homeschool kids are not as smart as traditionally schooled kids.
Homeschool kids outperform traditional schooled kids every single time. So you can look at their test scores, their SAT scores, and they are always outperforming. I think a lot of people don't want to be uncomfortable with the idea of homeschooling. People don't want to think about, hey, we might need to have a single income household in order to homeschool. And people just don't want to be uncomfortable with the idea of, I'm going to take on my child's education solely. They'd rather outsource that, because if something goes wrong, they don't have the responsibility of their child's education.
You weren't reading until you were 12. By 15, you're in college.
In other countries, Finland, for example, they don't even start teaching kids to learn until 7 because they've shown they don't have the capacity to start learning. When you are ready to learn on a topic that you're mentally incapable of learning, at that moment, it takes you far less time to learn that specific topic than it would if you're forced to learn it more early on. Not being in a school system where you're told what to think, what to do, exploring who you are without these outside influences telling you who to be, then maybe we wouldn't have so many people trying to find themselves later on in life because they never lost who they were in the beginning.